you finally stop entertaining a narcissist and you go true no contact or even strict to low contact, you know that your interaction will never be the same with them. It's not just for them, but for you. It's going to be consistently quiet. You feel it, and your children feel it. Your nervous system starts to settle down. And what happened to me is I was no longer bracing for the next blow up. I was never feeling anxious for the next text that would wake me up early in the morning. That's how he would want to wake me up. Or by calling me. I was no longer waiting for his breadcrumbs or his love bombing. I wasn't waiting to see what mood he was going to be in. That would set the tone for the entire day, the entire week. And so when that stops, that's when I feel like I can actually heal. And it's not instant. I stopped reacting, I stopped explaining to him, I stopped defending myself. I reclaimed my energy. I feel more like myself than I have ever been in the last 30 years. I've almost known him for 30 years. Be 27 to be exact. And so when he realized that he could no longer control me or extract attention from me or validation, he eventually did stop reaching out and crashing out. Last time he contacted me was the very beginning of December. I believe it was December 3rd that he handed me the divorce papers. We've been living under the same roof, not talking, trying to avoid each other. And that's not sustainable. I do live in fear for the next crash out. And he won't ever apologize. He'll never understand. No, let me rephrase that. He does understand. He'll just never admit what he did. He'll never own up to burning everything to the ground. So I did stop responding. I stopped feeding the illusion. He's not important to me. He's not my priority. He's nothing to me anymore. He is not central to my world. He's banished. I know he's likely irritated and confused or nursing a quiet injury to his ego. He doesn't have any remorse. I understand narcs don't sit in guilt the way normal people do. Remorse would require him to see me and the kids as whole people with actual feelings, and him taking accountability where he damaged this family. But I know that's not how he's wired. He'll never see it. He'll never see it. Never. Instead, he'll continue reframing the story to protect himself. That I've changed, that I'm the one who's difficult, that I didn't want to reconcile. He did nothing wrong. And this is how he avoids the truth. If he's quiet now, it's not peace, it's just a pause. I understand he's been looking elsewhere for validation, scrambling for the attention, and waiting to see if time will soften my resolve, and I'm glad he doesn't come out to the main area of the home like he was doing so often just to get a glimpse of me. He doesn't do that anymore, and for that I'm grateful. I was having anxiety being even in his presence. I know it's only a matter of time now. And that's my fear, that he'll think that he can come back months from now trying again, and he won't have any chance. He always circled back, and not because he misses me or loves me, but because he misses the access and the control. I don't want to deal with him. I don't. I already know who he is. He acted like a monster towards me. He abused me in the worst way possible. And I realized I was in a cycle, and I denied a lot of the things that he did. I minimized it, and most importantly, I downplayed it because I didn't want my kids to be bitter towards him. I didn't want to be bitter towards him, but I do see things clearly that I should have fought back. I should have left him sooner. So I'm scared if he does try again, he's not going to get it. He's not going to understand. I moved on by myself, and I'm still in the process of healing. And the door he once walked through so easily, it's completely shut. It's locked. There's no fucking way I'm gonna allow him to come back. Not through my door. Never, ever, ever.
When the narcissist finally accepts that you're not coming back, something in them collapses quietly, not emotionally, structurally. This is the moment they stop trying to reach you, not because they've grown, but because they've run out of angles. Up until now, everything they've done has been about re-entry, testing, probing, checking whether silence was permanent or negotiable. But when no response ever comes, the reality settles in. They weren't ignored. They were removed. And that distinction matters. Being ignored suggests relevance. Being removed suggests finality. This is where manipulators experience a loss they don't talk about. They lose certainty. They no longer know how you see them, how you remember them, how much damage they caused. And not knowing is unbearable to someone who survives on managing perception. This is why they stop reaching out altogether. Not out of respect, but because further contact only confirms what they're trying to avoid. That they misjudged you. They begin rewriting the story internally. They tell themselves you were too sensitive, difficult, unreasonable. Not to insult you, but to protect themselves from a harder truth. That they pushed until something broke they can't fix. This is where regret fully takes shape. Not regret for hurting you, regret for choosing the wrong target. Because your silence didn't just end the relationship, it exposed the limits of their influence. They now understand something they never wanted to learn. There are people you can't manipulate forever. There are boundaries you don't see until they close behind you. And there are exits that don't reopen. This realization doesn't make them kinder. It makes them cautious. They carry it forward into other relationships, testing earlier, withdrawing faster.